Big Gamer out here. How are you guys doing today? I'm super. Thanks for asking. So for everyone that has picked up a Nintendo Switch or is looking to pick up a Nintendo Switch, you've probably guessed at this point there's not too many games available at the moment. So I thought I'd bring you a quick review and buyer's guide for Super Bomberman R on the Nintendo Switch. Having been a Bomberman fan myself since around the Super Nintendo days, it's definitely a game I was going to look to check out. And it's got a Metacritic score at the moment of 63 out of 100, so that's not that negative or that positive, so I thought it would be an interesting one to kind of bring up and have a little look at. So this game can be a little bit expensive, but what I would say is I wouldn't go out necessarily and buy this if you can't find it for $60 or less, or about £40 in the UK, because I have seen this going for like $70 or like £50, and it is a little steep for what you're getting. So it's very easy to think that this is the system that Bomberman was always meant to be on. After all, the Nintendo Switch comes with multiplayer out of the box with the two Joy-Con controllers, and you can also play it on the go. You can kind of set it up on the kickstand, and two of you can play multiplayer battles no matter where you are, even if you're not near your TV. But where this isn't really the case, and it's kind of never has been for Bomberman, even back in the days with the Super Nintendo, you only had two controller ports, you needed a multi-tap. When it went on the Sega Saturn, it was the same thing. Alright, you could play 8-9 person Bomberman, but you needed special multi-taps again, or you needed a LAN connection. And it's kind of the same thing with Nintendo Switch, to be honest, because two people crowded around the tiny screen isn't ideal. The way this game is ideally played is with four people up on the big screen, which again will require a couple of extra controllers, or to play it in like a LAN linked, wirelessly linked mode, where you can get up to 8 Nintendo Switches and all have your own screen and be on battling at the same time. Now in those two scenarios, this is, one of the best ways to play Bomberman, and this might even go down as the definitive way to play Bomberman Battle Mode. Now there are two modes that come with Bomberman R, and the other one is obviously the story mode. Now this is kind of framed nicely in some nice chibi artwork, and it has a nice story behind it. Some of the humour is a bit hit and miss and aimed towards a younger audience, but you actually get put in these stages. Each world unlocks a set of stages where you kind of clear enemies and unlock exits for stages, and you'll probably clear like 8 to 10 of these before fighting a boss and moving on to the next world. Now that's all well and good, but you have a set amount of lives. These run out quite quickly, especially if you're like me and you end up blowing yourself up on occasion because you get a bit kind of too far ahead of yourself. And when you run out of these lives, you have to go back and play the multiplayer to kind of gain extra lives and continue in the story. But it is nice to have a story mode there, even though it's not really the focus of a Bomberman game. The focus is obviously the battle mode, and the battle mode, again, you get a lot of options. You've obviously got the 8 Bombermen characters there. You get all the usual power-ups. There's a good selection of stages there, and obviously with the Nintendo Switch you've got a lot of ways to actually go and play that. And that kind of brings me to my final thoughts about the game, which is if you can get it in its ideal scenario, if you can get enough players and you have enough controllers and you can actually find the game for a decent price, you can have a lot of fun with this game. It is one of the better multiplayer experiences on Nintendo Switch at the moment, but it does require you to get an extra couple of controllers, to have access to either to a TV or more than one Nintendo Switch, so you're not crowded around a tiny screen. And it does require you to have people available to you, like a regular gaming partner, or maybe hold a game night or something like that. And it does require you to actually enjoy Bomberman multiplayer. And for that reason, guys, I'm going to give this game a 6 out of 10, and I'm going to recommend to anyone that really has a regular gaming partner or wants to hold like a game night or something like that, this is a good purchase, but only if you can find it sub £40 or sub $50. Otherwise, I'd probably hold off for now and wait and maybe pick up something like Fast RMX or a Snipper Clips. Okay guys, if you like the review today, if you want to see more Nintendo Switch reviews, feel free to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.